It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. Shall we recap? Who who shall kindly? Maybe Nadia, you can start with the first part of the recap.
What? I don't remember.
Oh,
Does anyone have a better memory than me? I need the recap.
Sean, Georgia, Yiliang, any help with the recap? Yeah, please.
Okay, session 8.
I know that I met some Dragonborn Lady
Uh,
who
you,
was threatening the guy. And then he was and I tried to approach her and sort of conceal things about myself while also asking things about her. I can't remember what I asked and what I found out and where I'm at with that. I think I had a hint.
Yep.
Did I spend it in the end?
I think so. It was either you or Shaw.
I think we maybe put both of ours together to get something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is supposed to be let's find this girl called Niala.
Sorry.
Nyla, and then because there's this some guy using the Makia's name to threaten this young seamstress for some reason.
Yep.
That's what we got. That's what the two of you got from your visit to the shady cavern.
Oh right, yeah.
And some
the
guy's
shady
name
cavern.
is Maxim Apex.
Yes, Maxim Apex.
Yep.
Yeah, Apex Predator or something like that.
Nah, that's just the house name. It's a stupid house name, but it is a house name.
It is.
APs, no? Maxim APs.
Yeah,
Maxim.
yes.
Yeah.
AP, yeah, so Maxim Apex.
So he's rich boy playing gang god.
Yep.
He walks towards the gang. They got thugs. Oh wait, no. I disguise myself
Good.
like hot bombshell girl, and then I'm followed by Kaylin, and I'm at a ski bar. I walk towards the table.
Yes.
And I overheard them talking about the risk of being hanged.
Yes.
Okay. Then where are y'all? The rest of the
I am outside the city bar.
because you don't go in the bar.
Correct. Yep. And then Marina was talking with Kuznetsov.
Marina is in Kuznetsov. She was learning she's trying to butter up to the other Dragonborn Lady.
Yes.
The Albina, the Dragonborn scribe, she was doing buttering up and getting
And so I went to the map.
Yeah, went into the office to do the map. Okay, well done. Good. Okay, so I'll just quickly plug in the remaining holes. Everyone came back into the. Everyone reached back to Sirostov, where you all went to Boris's shop to kind of deliver the first your sample of the spider silk that you have collected from the spider village, right? Okay. However, upon reaching Boris's shop, you suddenly not suddenly, but you notice that he was being accosted by a group of thugs, right? So these thugs were threatening him because apparently his business partner or business associate, or maybe even more, question mark, named Neela, had taken out quite a bit of money from some gang lord, from some supposed gang lord, and they want the money back with interest. But Neela has disappeared, and Boris is now suffering the brunt of the harassment as the debt collectors come to look for him. With Afiska's kind of Afiska and Kalen's kind of shenaniganery, Kalen manages to get a short moment with one of the thugs, where they then realize that the person that they are looking for, that the gang lord is going under the name Makia. At first, everyone is shocked. I tell you, to hear that yeah, to hear that Makia was playing was doing all these shady things. But but then I think it was a Fiska, either a Fiska or Kodak.
No, it was Episka. I remember it was Episka in the tavern that
Correct.
for
Yeah, I think
So-
I think a Fiska, like you decided, you know what, this is getting ridiculous, and you like and you pulled some strings to go to your CD bar. Yeah, you decided to go to the CD bar to pull some strings to find out a bit more information.
And
Yeah.
he was so like too rich, why would he want to
yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So all of you managed to actually pick up hints here and there. It's like something's not right, and you piece together the story, and it's like, oh wait, someone is using Makia's name. After asking about, you discover that this person is Maxim Apes. Yeah,
Apex.
or Apex, Apes, Apes, whatever. Yeah, from House
Apes.
Apes, Apes.
Apes.
Yeah, House Apes. But Apes, who's been playing, who's this rich kid playing gang lord lah, basically summarize what's going on. At the same time, Marina decided to actually spend some time with the guild, where she manages to catch Kuznetsov, and they have this long, weird, kind of paternal daughter or grandfather daughter kind of conversation about leadership, and how Marina is keen to actually potentially pick up the mantle as leader of the Storos, leader of the caretakers. Um, and her first act of leadership was to actually try to speak with Albina. She actually manages to impress Albina somewhat with her sincerity and her desire to shape up the guild, the old guild. And with that, Albina reveals to her the map that she had been painstakingly maintaining over the past 2 decades, 2 to 3 decades. And we begin our session here with this here with the group now knowing that Maxim Apis is the crook behind, is this individual behind this whole thing, and Marina learning a bit more about the guild, the Storos, and what's being done. At the same time, you are now your construction work of the Spider Silk village. Yeah, the Spider Silk village has begun, and yeah, you've started to hear piecemeal like messages, because message is a very short spell. You're starting to hear piecemeal messages about like the construction efforts. Things are going well, but it will take a little bit of time for everything to actually kickstart. Yeah, because it's only been a day. Any questions? No. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like looking at the stream, but I should be looking at the camera, so it's a bit weird. Okay. Yilang is judging me. Sorry, I need this setup because Nadia is sitting beside. Okay, right. So the four of all of you, what do you wish to do?
What is what?
I thought
I'm in the midst. I'm
Yeah.
in the midst of doing something.
Episka and the tailor is already in there, getting more information out of that.
And if discuss like us bombshelling, bombing the tavern with a saunter. Okay. So that will be what you're doing. Kodak, what about you?
I wait patiently outside and basically hope there's no commotion.
Okay,
So yeah.
got it. Marina?
I am needed in maps.
Got it. Okay. So for Kalen and Afiska, we'll start with the both of you. So the two of you are in the tavern, basically the seedy part, the tavern in the seedy part of town. Afiska, you're just kind of like walking around and like making a small scene, but not an unwelcome one. To the tavern kind of like people there. They're all kind of like going up to you, sidling up to you and going like, who's this? Like, yeah, is this the new tavern wench? Yeah. She's not in uniform. Yeah, you hear them all shouting. Like even like it's a fair mixture of both men and women, and they're all saying those things. They're all kind of like catcalling you. Yeah.
I'm looking very androgynous, kind of sexy.
Nice.
And I walk up to like the bar. I kind of imagine like the table where the nuts are sitting is next to the bar.
Okay.
So I kind of want to go to like the bar and like next, like kind of near the table where the conversation is at, and order a drink.
Okay.
Like I say, ew.
Okay.
Good.
So the barkeeper kind of like squints his eyes at you, tilts his head. Yeah, it's this kind of bald head, mustachioed barkeeper. You know those like very stereotypical bar or tavern owners in your fantasy realm games. Yeah. So just bald dude with a mustache. Yeah, and he's like squinting, tilting his head slightly, and he says, "Are you a regular here? Are you a regular here?"
Maybe I might be if the drinks and company are good.
He goes. He is. You know what? Make a charisma roll. Yeah, make a charisma roll. If you feel like you want to add any skills to add proficiency, yeah.
Okay.
We're doing the similar thing as last session. Yeah.
It's a 9.
No skills. You don't want to add any skills.
Can add. Okay, so if I already add my charisma, that's 5.
Okay.
And maybe like a bit of the performance.
Performance. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like I try to like lay it on thick. I try to like show off my curves.
okay.
Bit on my hair.
What is your goal? Why are you doing this? Is it because you like your original form? You have people know who you are or what?
I'm in a disguise, right?
Yep.
So I kind of want to get. I just want to sit there and I don't want to flirt him up, but I'm trying to be a bit flirtatious so that he's like, okay, this is a cool addition to the bar.
Got it. Okay, so you add that. So you add your proficiency 9 + 3, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So 12, right? Okay.
Yeah.
The barkeeper's in a pretty good mood. So yeah, it doesn't take much for him to be like. He goes like, oh, he's like you can already see in his mind he's calculating not so much about like his chances with you, but like the chances of you drawing more customers and drawing more ale. And he goes like, all right. And then like he goes like under the counter and he pulls up like a tankard and he pours out. And like you expect like this, you expect like dirty ale, like the what usually people drink here, but like slightly fizzier, slightly more in a sense like refined, almost like refined. And then like he passes it to you in a flagon. It's like kind of defeat the purpose, but whatever. So yeah, he offers it and he says, on the house, you just sit here and look pretty. Yeah, just sit, just stay here and look pretty. Yeah.
And I will sit and I will just listen.
Great.
It's only lasts for 1 hour by the
Don't worry, you guys are
yeah.
barely.
way. 1 hour.
It's okay. You guys are barely 10 minutes into the whole thing. Yeah.
We have 1 hour.
You have 1 hour. Yeah. All right. Okay, Kaylin, what are you doing?
Kalen just sort of like has his hood up and is like trying to look like the moody stranger. And he sort of like comes over and like sits next to him. I mean to her, and like he's just like, mind if I share? Like, well done, mind if I share?
Oh, not at all. I'm just here to enjoy.
Barkeeper comes up to you and says, "What have you been drinking?"
The lady's happy to share.
He kind of like narrows his eyes at you.
I just sort of like give him like a look like like yeah, the pretty lady's digging me.
He goes like, And he's like, he turns around, and he walks away, like he's gonna give you a chance to get slightly inebriated and start buying more drinks.
Yeah.
He's in it for the business, okay? He's a ruthless businessman. Ruthless. Ruthless. Okay, sorry. Yeah. All right, all right. So, Afiska and Kayla, the both of you, as you sit down and just kind of like listen, right? You start to hear you start to hear bits and pieces of the conversation. I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom check.
Wait, my green one rolls better. Where's my 9?
Okay, no worries.
Wait, my green one rolled well. Find my green one.
Okay. In the meantime, Kodak, you're standing outside, right? And you're just kind of like listening. It is at this point I'd like you to roll a d20, please.
Okay, that's slightly better. Wisdom, right?
Yeah. If you have any skills, do add. Just let me know and then we can add them in.
So I can +2 for this wisdom.
Yes, +2 to wisdom.
Oh, I have +5 to insight. Does that count?
So what are you inciting? In what way is insight helping you in this situation?
I don't know.
If you cannot use it, if you don't think there's an applicable skill, you can't use it.
Come
Then it's just +2.
Fine then. That's 15.
15. Okay. So Aviska, you try your best to pay attention. You have no skills to add, right?
Oh, can I perceive? Can I
Perception.
perceive things if I can't hear properly?
Perception is hearing. Yeah. So you can add that skill.
I add my wisdom and my proficiency, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a 12.
12. Okay. 9 plus 3, 12. Okay. A lot of 12 for you today. Tonight. Okay. So So the both of you pass actually. So the both of you just kind of like sit and you listen. You hear Afiska, you hear bits and pieces of the conversation. Kayla, you hear bits and pieces. I'm gonna say that Afiska, if you're no, yeah, you just use perception. Okay. So yeah, you're both just listening, and then you start to hear like things like you hear the word makia come up once or twice. Yeah. And people are saying like word on the street is this new dude, this new man named Makia making waves out here on the streets. I don't know why he has this weird drawl of an accent. Yeah. And then yeah, seems to be doing some kind of like money racketing shit. Money racketing, huh? Wonder who'd be stupid enough to borrow money from a untested lord. Gang boss. Ugh. Who knows? Sorry.
And something not.
Oh, untested. Sorry, untested gang boss. An unknown.
Untested.
Yeah, unknown and untested gang boss. Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah, so this is the gist of the conversation that you got that you all hear. Anything? Yeah. At this point, though, without the both of you like actively asking questions or trying to nudge the conversation, you can already tell that the conversation is moving away from this already. How are you going to keep them in? Yeah.
Can I just pick up my dragon and I'm gonna sort it over to like maybe the most. Nah, I'm just gonna go to like whoever's like kind of hosting the conversation, right?
Okay.
Like, hey, I'll turn around. Like, no, what was sex moments? I'm like, hey.
Okay. The four kind of turn to look at you, and one of them like immediately just kind of like waves. We ain't interested in whores today.
No. Pardon me. I'm so sorry for overhearing your conversation. And yeah, I'm not interested in that, but like I am a bit of a fix. I might have just borrowed money from some who you were describing, and I am just looking for more information to help. Perhaps.
About.
Roll a charisma check.
Why am I rolling like shit?
Any skills?
15.
Any skill sets?
Looking up.
Any, remember, you can choose any skill in the list. It doesn't need to be trapped within charisma.
But that's like my highest
Yeah, persuasion.
No, as in like,
persuasion.
yeah, like you can do persuasion, or let's say you have like knowledge in like, I don't know, sleight of hand or whatever. Like you can say, oh, as you're doing this, I also add my sleight of hand, because like that allows you to add the +3 if you can
Oh, okay.
describe how you use your skill.
I will okay, so I'll use my charisma and
Okay.
I will also use deception
Okay, good.
to pretend like I am I need help. I really don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so the deception part is at the yeah. All right. Yeah, the deception part is more towards the outright lying. Yeah, you're lying about all this. Like you're creating a story, basically. What's your role? Add it. Yeah, add it. And what's your role?
So I can add my charisma and my deception.
Correct.
Okay, so I rolled an 8, I plus 5 plus 3.
Yeah.
Which is 16.
16. All right. Yeah, 16 is decent. 16 is decent. No worries. Okay. So, yeah, you come in and you would come with this story, and like, maybe it's because of the way you dress, like, or your disguise is presenting. Maybe it's because of like your disguise itself is quite clean, almost kind of slightly edging towards aristocracy. So like, they kind of like look at each other. They kind of like now that they know that, oh, you're not a whore, that they're like, hmm. And then for a flicker of a moment, you wonder whether they're thinking about like just ratting you out or helping you. And this is what I'm gonna roll. Okay. Right. So they go. So then they go. Well, Missy, that sounds like you're in a bit of a pickle. Why don't you sit over here? Tell us more about what you're going through.
Okay, I'll sit down.
I saw Shaw's like face go, ugh. I saw Shaw's face go, ah. Amazing.
Swallow my disgust.
Okay.
And I will sit down and I'll kind of like put my hands and my elbows on the table and I'll lean in and I will just be like, yeah, I kind of wanted to buy this really expensive thing and I just trusted the wrong person. I thought it was my friend. And when I heard you guys say the name Makia, I was like, yeah, he just with the name Makia, but now I'm not too sure if he's actually who he says he is. I'm trying to be a bit of like a ditzy girl, like a bit innocent. I don't know what I'm doing, you know.
Okay, so
It's like that and then I'm just like, how am I going to pay back this? How am I going to do it?
sure, go ahead and just note down on your traits, right? Or whatever, right? What's the best word to describe it? Not duplicitous. I was about to say duplicitous, but duplicitous isn't the best word. Quite an actress. I don't know. I just used the phrase quite an actress. You can use this. You can use this token to roll with advantage in future performance/deception checks.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you declare like, oh, I want to do deception, and I'm going to also activate this to roll with advantage in future situations.
How come she?
Because she's the one who's doing it.
But I'm like made a big play before.
In the future, soon in the future. Yeah. All right. Okay. So just note that down. You do this. Yeah. As you're doing this, the group goes like, turn to look at each other. They're like, and then like one of them decides take pity on you, and they actually go like, Don't worry, don't worry, Makia. Whoever this lord is, he's not Makia. Makia's way scarier.
Is he? How can I look? How can I find him?
Why do you want to look for him? Shouldn't you be running away?
But
So
that's my own train of thought.
Playing a dangerous game.
uh,
So it is at this moment like your you know what, I'm gonna roll it as Efiska. You started getting a little bit too into character, and your ditziness actually like starts to kind of like the ditziness
Yeah,
actually starts to kind of almost like manifest in
Yeah.
reality. You're trying somewhat, and the groups, you can feel a flicker of suspicion in the group. Before you can respond, Kaylin, do you want to respond in any way?
no.
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 All right, no. So Afiska, you're left to swim by yourself. Yeah.
I mean, what am
will
I gonna
just
say?
think-
I'm still
I will
some
think
distance away.
So that
It's
if
gonna
I
look
do
even
find
more
out-
suspicious if I'm like, hey, buddy, what's up?
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it'll look even more suspicious if I suddenly
Okay.
burst into the conversation.
Yeah. All right. So sorry. Afiska, what do you want to do?
Just take a drink, so it looks like maybe I'm inebriated. You know,
Okay. Okay.
and yeah. I just want to know more so that I can protect myself and warn my friends about him.
Okay.
Also in trouble.
Then they kind of look at you, and they're all like, and like by now they have completely like bought your whole act. Like to them, in their eyes, you are not a threat at all, and they're like dropping their guard, and they're being a little bit condescending towards you. Yeah, condescending, even a bit patronizing towards you, and they're like, ah, sweetie, you don't understand. We're always in trouble. That's our job. Yeah, and then they go,
They try to impress.
yeah, they're trying to, yeah, you can hear you, yeah, you can say that they're trying to impress you, and it's like, you know what? For a little bit of this, for a little bit of gold, or some other favors, we could help you we can help you looking into this lord business. You don't need to worry about it too much.
Oh really? So just now I laugh, and then like I touch someone and like
Roll
oh,
seduction.
and yeah, I mean, what's your name? I am, and then I say some name.
What they
Oh, my name is Dolly.
Okay. So like one of the okay, so there are about four thugs on this table, yeah, and all of them are in various forms of like uh scoundreliness, scoundrelry. What's the noun for scoundrel? Whatever, never doesn't matter. They're all in various levels of scoundrel, yeah, and the most unpleasant looking scoundrel goes like, Dolly, huh? Now I can tell. Now I know why. Now I know why people call women dolls. And it's like, and he snickers, and like immediately, like someone from it was like someone smacks him hard on the back of the head, and he like slams onto the table, and then like the other, and this guy, he looks of the four, he looks like the only most decent one, and he goes like, look, girl, first you shouldn't be here. Second, second, just don't make yourself don't make yourself obvious. Like you coming here, you're just gonna draw the attention of Maxim.
Oh, okay.
You're lucky he's not here right now.
Okay. I would still okay. I won't dress like this the next time, but I would still like more information if I could trade you in gold for that and how yeah.
How much are you gonna give? asking as the
They're
DM.
not-
Yeah.
Oh, they're not asking, is it?
Yeah, they're not asking. I'm asking as the DM. Are you
Okay,
giving
what is the
Yeah.
currency again? It's some
glister?
glister. And 4 glister makes a gold, right?
Yep.
I'll put like 5 gold on the table.
So you take a few glisters and you cling, cling, cling. You let it scatter on the table. They all kind of like all like immediately like they don't even flinch. They immediately like the hand just is and it's gone. Yeah, it's off the table. It's gone. And like you and like one of the thugs, the not the scoundreliest one, the maybe the right hand man. You think he's like the right hand man. He's kind of like just looks at you and smirks and he's like, "Oh, you stupid girl." Yeah, but then the one who seems to be the leader and also probably the most decent person, surprisingly a decent ish person, he just kind of sighs and he's like, "Okay, tell you what, we run detail for Maxim, mainly guard duty, but we've been hearing that he's been making himself known in quite a few places. He comes about here. He comes about here like once a week to collect payment. Yeah, but the last time we hear, there's been a few rumors going around that he has a target in mind. This woman, this woman from some kind of tailor shop. There's a rumor going around that that she's hiding out in the Storos guild, old Storos guild house. They're planning to hit the guild house tonight.
Oh, why? Oh, they're gonna attack that place, aren't there a lot of like big people with knives and armor there?
And with that, like the whole like the entire table goes like and they all like slam their hands on the table. Oh man, you mean like all those bunch of like old washed out adventurers? They can't even tie their shoes. Ugh,
Oh,
they can't even tie their loincloths.
and I laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a joke,
Yeah.
nothing more. And like you can see the pervious one, like he's gotten up and he stopped being angry at the group and he's like, yeah. Although I heard there's a few there are a few young bloods there. Not quite a few good looking ones.
Oh, really? And I look very excited. I said, okay, at least I know now that Maxim's not going for me. So thank you guys very much. I guess I try to sound a bit more tired and I guess I should go now and maybe I'll see you guys again.
Like the pervious thug was like, why are you going? It's still too early. Bartender, come. And like he calls for a round of a round of drinks. And the bartender is immediately is like, yes, there's a reason why I gave you free drinks.
Okay, Kaylin decides to come and interview.
This guy self-doubt 1 hour. This guy self-doubt for 1 hour.
And I will stay and drink for like 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes, and then I will excuse myself and leave.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Then
When Kaylin comes over to intervene, he like comes and he's like, hey, and he sort of like comes to you like kind of like some old like with the hood down like some kind of stranger, and he's like, hey, and he like sort of puts his arm around her, like, shall we call it a night? Because he was like, because you the two of us were at the bar earlier, and I'm just sort of like trying to extricate you from the situation. So he like makes a great show of like there's something going on between us. Shall we like, and shall we head back to the inn, bud?
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
My friend here.
the four thugs now
Yeah.
look very confused and they look at each other and they look at it. You're gonna
Yeah, and like Kaylin just like smiles especially broadly at the pervy one.
okay.
Hands off.
Like they can just sort of like the rest of his face is sort of like shaded like by in shadows from the hood, but he's like just like
He's
a
like
really
staring
barbarian.
daggers.
Yeah,
He's like staring daggers at you. Yeah.
yeah. He like sort of like fixes a little bit on the pervy guy, and his like grin just broadens. And he's like, "Come, let's go.
And with that, they kind of like
Let's call it."
they get very confused, but they don't stop you. And like when the round of drinks comes, the round of drink comes, the bartender's already like, okay, you paid for yourself 5 times over. Then it's like he already like 4 times over, and he's already like doesn't care what you do.
I stay for one round of drinks, and I hope that Kaden like comes after that.
Oh, okay, sure, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so you stay for one round of drinks, and then they come in, and they're still confused by the end. But at least the pervy one is like the pervy one isn't as offended now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you leave. In the meantime, Kodak, you're just outside, and then you as you're outside, right, Kodak, while this conversation is going. Yeah, what was your roll? 17. Oh, you have pretty good luck. So, as you're kind of like standing outside and being the good boy that you are, good boy. Yeah, the good boy that you are. You couldn't help but notice that like there's a bit of a group starting to kind of like congregate. That's the word. Yeah, that's a word. Congregate. Okay. You start to see a bit of a congregation outside of the tavern. Outside of the tavern. They all seem to be, and you notice from your sharp eyes and your keen mind, couldn't help but notice like they're all kind of like wearing a uniform of sorts. They're like wearing darker looking clothes. Clothes. They're arming themselves up, and you're like thinking, why is there a bunch of people arming up? Yeah.
Okay, so is anyone leaving them?
Um,
Do they have like
make an intelligence
anyone
check.
like
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
oh, okay.
And you can add any skill that you think will help in this situation. Perception,
Yeah, I
insight,
think
whatever.
perception would be perfect for this.
Okay. Yeah.
Just going through everything. Yeah.
Okay. How are you using perception? Let's just
So,
elaborate. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I have the feet observant,
Okay.
so I can read leads. So I'm just gonna see like who's the one being talked to the most, and then who's the one that the people are basically relying on for instructions.
Got it. Okay. So roll intelligence and then perception.
That's gonna be
Freaking rogues, man.
oh wow, that's a total of 29.
Yeah, freaking rogues, man. Freaking rogues, man. Okay. So, you instantly like it doesn't even barely even register like how you even figure it out, but like that one, yeah. And it's a lady actually. This kind of like lady with a buzz cut. With a buzz cut of a haircut. She looks kind of slightly gaunt. Gaunt, sharp features. She's carrying like a crossbow, and you can see her talking very quietly, but with your observant feet you can see her talk.
Yeah, what is she saying?
Yeah, she's saying that okay, watch out for the monk. Watch out for the monk. All poison arrows targeting the monk.
Wait, what?
All poison arrows target the monk.
Out of character, I know Mr. Soft is gonna die. In character, I don't know who among them talking. Okay.
You know he's a monk.
Yeah, I know, but they
Okay. True. You don't know who's the. Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So like, and then you hear other ones. Okay. Three of you run detail. Three of you run detail. Divert all people from going to the guild house. Kill them if necessary.
The moment I hear the guild house, I probably can make the idea that oh shit,
Yeah, you're starting to make things are starting to piece together, and then the last piece of information that you get is the last piece of information you get is we strike at night, slit everyone's throats.
Okay.
So is it night time?
Sorry, it is about approaching evening, because by the time you all went to the city tavern, like it's about sundown already. Yeah.
I need to study.
Marina's like
By the way, how do I spell Storos?
STORO. Wait, I'll type it up. I'll type it up.
Always forget.
No worries.
Put the house down.
You should go Jean Grey. Go Jean Grey like 5 minutes crazy. And you will get
The door swings open, and Afiska and Kalen are now coming out. Yeah.
and then I kind of like drag you, Kodak, to a corner and I drop Sky's out. Now we discuss. Like, oh
Yeah,
my God.
the moment you I'm gonna be like, alright, those bunch of guys are arming up to attack the guild house.
Yeah, and then that's why I heard so as well. Oh my gosh. We need to go now. We need to warn.
Oh,
Do we know Marina is there? Do we? Yes, we do.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Kodak is saying, hold on. Think about this. We have like how many people are there exactly? Like how many people are out? Because it's like 20 people. We go there, we're just gonna die.
About 30. Yeah, it's a good solid 30 people,
Yeah.
which is a surprisingly large force.
We can beat them there and we wake up all of the Soros and then we set up some kind of
Trap.
counter trap.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, let's go. You lead the way because we know.
What? No. Hold on. What about asking your friend for help? I like get that fixed up.
My friend? What friend?
The queen. Like your friend. No, they're attacking the guild house. This is not some small hack scenario.
Okay. But which one? Will we make it in time? I'm just thinking like we might not make it in time if we go to the queen. You know, we might. Oh! I can send a message to Marina. Or to Kuznetsov, right?
You
And
could?
then we can head to the queen. Okay. So do you tell me everything?
Yeah, of course. Those guys are just outside arming, so I think I can just point to you and can see them. So it's like,
Okay.
so you can see that we have crossbows, there's like 30
Wait. So is all three of you going to the queen, or only Afiska and then the two of you are gonna go back to the guild house?
I mean, if Amicia can drop the message to Marina, then the three of us can just go.
What am I gonna do by myself?
I think I should send a message anyway, and I go to the queen, and both of you go to.
Yeah, I think like only one person needs to go to the queen. The rest of us can
Yeah.
go to the guild.
But we need to send the message, so I send.
Okay. So a piece of copper wire, yeah, and then you talk into the wire. And
Hello, Kuznetsov. The guild is going to be attacked today. Tonight, everyone is going to focus their fire on you. You have to wake everybody up and get ready, and maybe set up counter trap. You know, you're more experienced than I am.
I think that message is way too long.
Again. I'm going to
25
go
words.
to
25 words.
help.
25 words. Yeah.
That's the power of sending.
Wait, okay, there's sending and there's message.
The message is only 100 short. That's too short. You also
So
send
sending to sending.
You need to send it.
Okay, so have we completed our long rest? Because right now it's our long rest.
Oh, okay. I'll say yes. You've pretty much completed your long rest.
Okay, so 25 words.
Okay, so
Yep.
long rest means everything resets.
Yep. Everything resets. You guys are done with your long rest. Yeah. I think I tortured you enough enough last week. Last session.
You're going to be attacked tonight. Lord Maxim Man. Kuznetsov targeted. Going to Queen for help.
Okay. 8 more words.
Activate all stars. They have 30 people.
I think that's good enough.
Bye.
So cheerful, so disgust. Okay, bye. Okay, Ken. So yeah, the sending, and then like you finish your sending message, and then you're gonna then start to book it to the queen, right?
Yeah.
You start booking it for the castle, for the tower where the queen stays. Okay, then Kaylan and Kodak.
Well, while she books for the queen, Kodak is a bit afraid of what's going to happen because it's like 30 plus people with all the guild members. Is it enough? I look at Kaylen and say, should we stay out of this?
No, we must help.
Roll my eyes.
Maybe louder.
The message has been sent. They know what to prepare.
We must help.
If I
They
let
need everyone. They'll need all the help they can get.
the two of us, I mean, it's just two people. You know, if you want to join, it's fine. You know? But I think it's a bit too dangerous.
Now come now. We must help them. It's our duty. The Empress protects.
Yes, and yes, she protects you, but not me. So,
She
You know.
protects us all.
no, then everyone's be fine there.
You know what, Kaylan? Can you roll a charisma check? And then Kodak, maybe you roll a charisma saving throw.
Right. For sure.
Oh, our HP out.
Restore to
Yeah, it's long rest already. You completed your long rest.
Check.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Christmas saving throw.
So
Oh,
+3 only.
Okay.
Okay, 17.
oh, 17. Oh, I got a 5.
Despite your best efforts, Kodak, you cannot help but feel
Again.
s-
Yes.
inspired by Kaylen's gallantry.
You know what, Kaylen? You know what? Let's do this. Let's go.
Yes, I knew you had it in you.
Yay.
For the Empress.
Kodak, you find it a bit weird, but like you could feel you can feel like almost a divine force like pressing onto you to listen to Kaylen.
Sure.
All right.
Got
Okay.
it. Yep. Basically, Kodak realizes that if he can feel the force, he is more scared of the queen than the 30 thugs. So if the queen tells him to that's a different story. Like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So you feel no choice and you start to go. Okay. So while this is going on, Marina, you're sitting down and you're looking through the maps. Yeah, and you're just kind of like looking through what are you most interested in right now. It's a big piece of document, and it's kind of impossible to just learn unless you have specific questions or ideas.
Wait, I had a question for was in one of the sessions.
No problem. Take your time.
We needed information on other cities. So, like any other surviving cities with like this same type of population, or like even like a smaller town.
Okay.
Probably a city would be interesting.
Albina goes like. Okay. Albina stares like on her map and she blinks. Yeah, and she does the whole Dragonborn blink and she goes like. Okay. Kuznetsov and I, we had spent many moons searching all different cities. We discovered some settlements, but the cities of old are completely wiped out. Not by the great disaster, not by the plague or the great disaster, but by Vrag. The Vrag had swept through the city after the destruction, and they slaughtered and kidnapped all in those large cities. The settlements that we have seen, they are all that is left of those places. Strangely enough, cities were dangerous. Soul fire could spread easily while in cities. In villages and settlements where distances can be further apart, people are safer. we have had contact with. We have very few contacts because the settlements. Maybe we can have 20 or 30. We will try to draw all of them into the city, into good stay. But there are a few who refuse to leave. But those are smaller settlements, and they are those unsupportive of the new of our monarchy, of our queen. She
Are
points at one of
there-
the yeah.
Any like underground rooms, like anywhere with caves or like underground bunkers exist. Underground bunkers.
There used to be a few tunnels that were dug during the war. However, the Vrak had discovered a devious way. They would lower lanterns into the tunnels and then set them off, and the soul fire would travel throughout the tunnels. Because of that, tunnels have been known to become quite deadly. There might be some settlements who survived, but I cannot be sure. However, and she points at one. She points at one of the spot. It's actually circular, and you're surprised to actually see like there's a notation that says 180 settlers. This this place, we call it Little Miracle. It is an oasis, free from plague and lantern lights. The people who went there has settled and has attempted to make a small living of sorts there. We have had two Storos stationed there, but they have been there for the past 10 years. We have little contact, but they are there, and it seems like people are doing well.
So can anybody go in or has anybody come out?
The two Storos have sent reports, have shared reports of raids, Vrag attacks, and they have been losing people a bit, but all things considered, they are well defended. It is a good position to be in, and it is a harsh, but it is better than what is out there. Yeah, not as good as good stay, but it is better than nothing. Little miracle. Yeah.
What about cities in the air?
She looks at you. She looks at you confused, and she says, "There are no cities in the air."
Not in this realm. Okay, no cities.
To give you like a contrast, right? Bahatha is considered like quite advanced in terms of like just technology, magic, things like that. Whereas Rodina is more medieval. Yeah. Rodina is truly a lot more medieval.
Oh,
There are floating, like you have heard of floating ship cities. Basically ships transform into cities, but they are so far away from the, like, you live in the middle of the island, so they're so far away from the coast.
except floating
Ship cities.
ship cities.
Basically on the sea lah, yeah.
Yeah.
No cities in the air. Okay, except floating ship cities. Have you encountered a floating ship city? And is it called?
Okay, Alexa is a schooner. First, Alexa is a schooner. She's not that big. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's not that big. She can only handle a crew of like 15 people. We're talking about those large barges and yeah, behemoth class ships. Yeah. Albina goes quiet for a moment and she says, Kuznetsov has shared many wild stories. Sometimes some stories that I myself find hard to believe. He has shared of one. Called the Dauntless.
We have gone. Oh,
The Dauntless.
okay.
Dauntless. Yeah.
Thank you, Albina. this is so helpful. And also, it's a really detailed map. I can
She-
see how much work we put in.
You sound like a supervisor making giving feedback.
No, really, I cannot be able to draw something like this. My drawing skills are terrible. All I can do is squiggle.
You know what? Roll a charisma check.
This is only like seeing
No. Oh. It's
Do you have any skills you want to add on?
It's a 9 plus 3 plus. Yeah. I'm not trying to persuade the people that I think she's good, so I'm just trying to say that it's good.
Okay. Are there any skills that you think will best describe like your sincerity or things like that? Insight maybe? If no, then it's fine. Sorry?
Really? Inside?
Perhaps like you can like maybe your insight. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I think perception, yes.
and what happened?
Wait, what?
Ooh, that might actually be a minus.
Please.
Okay. Yeah. So like I'll help you out a little bit. So like with your perception skill, you can see like the attention to details. You can see like the how lovingly the cross hatching has been done. You can see like how you can see like she not only like captured and like she not only captured like the important spots. You even notice that like she seemed to be like the drawing right seemed to even capture the number of houses. The number of houses, the number of trees, like not the entire map lah, but like in specific areas, you can even see like specific numbers, and they don't seem to be random. It seems like she really
It's
took
a,
the
it's a
time.
constantly updated map, right?
Yeah, it's to her best of her abilities. To the best
Is
of
it
her ability.
magically updated?
No, it's by hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She's a scribe lah. She takes pride in her work, so she doesn't really. I mean, is magically augmented in the sense that like she has like never ending ink. She has never ending ink. She uses like she mends the quill. She also like uses a little bit of magic to kind of like boost herself up in terms of precision, things like that. But like it's still hand drawn.
Oh, yeah. Super cool.
And Albina kind of like you can hear like a guttural kind of like sound coming from like the chesty area, which you know that is generally Dragonborn's way of like the equivalent of saying thank you or being very pleased. Yeah. And you can feel like her disposition towards you is shifting from like kind of like indifferent to slightly hostile to like indifferent, more closer to friendly. Yeah. Shaw's making faces like oh, she's trying to make the sound of a dragonborn purr. Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
It is at this moment Kuznetsov opens the door and she goes and he looks quite stern and he says, Albina, how many Albina, how many of our people are still in Guild House? Albina blinks for a moment and she thinks, yes, the three young bloods are out, but they should be coming back based on what her Harris Eris Marina has shared. Our advanced unit has left for Spider Silk Village. There is only a few of the older folk here with us here. And then Kuznetsov like curses and he says, they're not fit to fight. Not many of them are too fit to fight. And then Albina goes, fight, my lord. Fight,
What's going on?
master. Kuznetsov looks at you and he says, "We are under siege. We are under siege.
Yeah? Why?
Your friend says your friend our friend says people coming. 13 strength attacking Guildhouse tonight.
13?
30.
30? Okay,
As a future leader,
How-
this should be very easy.
how many exits are there?
Or escape
Strategic
into
retreat. Okay, how many exits? We have
So the truth. Where are the storages right now?
okay.
Is
You,
there a bunker below?
we are
I'm like, do I know this house enough? Also my kitchen. I just oh he left. He left.
wait.
He left because he couldn't stand long. Like, oh, no.
Nadia made this. Nadia has been making this.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Nadia has been making this.
Nadia, I apologize. My pet both destroyed it.
Hey!
Okay, so this is the front entrance, and then there is a side entrance here. But this entrance, this side entrance is more like blocking off. Like it goes into a garden, the small garden. Yeah, like there are ways to get into the garden, but it's much more difficult. The people will tend to funnel to the front door.
When it's done, I was
Is it
making it so
what
that
you-
they like we can make the interior playable. So like
Oh, yeah,
having,
the
like,
interior is-
miniature, like
yeah.
furniture and everything on like the inside. So you can like lift up the top and then like play with the
Yeah, she's
Wow.
she's done a really good job. Yeah, on this.
You look pretty cool.
Yeah. So so there's this like big door that is about 10 feet wide. The door itself, wait, is it 10 feet wide? No, sorry, about there, like 5 to 10 feet wide, between 5 to 10 feet wide. It's quite tall, and it's the largest funnel. Like people will obviously try to go there. Then
Okay.
the side entrance leads to a garden, but the garden is its own enclosed space, and there's the only way that people can really access it easily is that they have to climb over the houses, the other houses to land into the garden. Having said that, it's not impossible or that difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
We have a level up there, right? Okay.
Nope. If you all survive this, maybe.
I mean honestly like why are we waiting here to fight them? Like we could just all go and then like wait for reinforcements from the queen and then come back another time.
But is Marina a sorcerer?
Yes.
Do you have fireball?
Yes. Yes, I
Other
do.
than that 30 is easy.
Where's the highest vantage point? I need to go up to the tower.
Okay, so what you haven't seen in that one, right? That was only 2 stories.
Yeah.
The
so-
whole thing is about 5 stories, I think.
Okay, so there are another 2 stories on top of that, and then the roof, which still has some more.
Okay, this sounds very big.
Okay, so
You're not destroying the house.
okay, the simplest way to think about it is 5 stories. It's a 5-story building. Yeah. 5-story building. It can fit about 120 people very comfortably. 150 kind of squeezy.
Right now, it's
Okay, so there's the 4 of you plus the advanced unit, which is about 5 people, and plus the older Storos people, which is about 10 people.
the advanced unit already left. What?
Sorry.
Now it's them,
correct.
but
So
around.
4 plus 10 total, so 14 people. So this is how much the storage has kind of like devolved. It used to house like 80 people at any one time, but now it's like, now it's like maybe 14, maybe 19, maybe 20.
Take my own room. Kind of.
No, in order to save warmth, they've been blocking off rooms from the floors, different floors.
From the what floors?
Like because so many rooms, because like if you want to use all the rooms, right, you need to use firewood, things like that, which is why they're like grouping people together. They can't afford.
Okay.
When you're leader, you can when you take over Kuznetsov, you can have your own room, okay, Marina?
Point is. Okay, so where are the older people?
Okay, so they gather the sub.
Where the
Okay,
Me too.
all right. So you bring them.
can come. Is it too high for like people to jump on?
So like okay, immediately like you know what? For the sake of like drama, Kodak and Kalen, you come in about around the time where okay.
Since this Kodak realized he's gonna do this regardless. He's gonna talk to Kayla and say, alright, Kayla, for the looks of things, we have three options. Option one, we bring a sofa into the building.
What if it hits up?
Like it. Option two, we weaken the building structure and collapse upon the invaders. Upon Terra will evacuate everyone. Okay, you don't like that either. Alright, option three. I think you might have fun. We go find Maxim Apex and hold him as hostage.
Oh.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, if he's the one organizing this, then he should be the one who gets stopped there, right? Even if it doesn't completely stop it, at least we can buy enough time for hopefully for Fiska to come in with the Queen's aid.
Okay, Kodak, I'm gonna help you out by your intelligence, right? As you're calculating all these possibilities, you're like thinking, okay, looking for Maxim is not a bad idea. However,
Won't it take too long though?
yeah, you're thinking, okay, it's a gamble. Can you find him in time before the night raid? And even if you find him before the night raid, can he call it off before they do anything?
I mean,
I mean, he just has to be there to basically shout at them to call it off.
Correct. Yeah, so it's a gamble lah. Yeah. Okay, to give you a sense.
My quota is all in for the soul fire trap.
but that could go so badly.
Oh yeah. But you know.
So as you're
It backfires on us.
as you're saying all of this, like the door, you reach the guild house and you open the door and you can see Kuznetsov, Albina, and Marina sitting around the table and like they're like discussing battle plans.
Yeah.
They look up to you.
So-
Yeah.
Can't we all just run and hide though? I mean, they come to an empty place.
Part of the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hide all the old people.
Why not just hide everybody? Yeah, why not just
We
hide
can just
everybody?
hide, right? We can
You're
just
gonna-
leave
you're
now and
gonna
then
come
hide.
into-
I mean, they'll probably ransack the place, but
Yeah,
Okay.
but everyone will be
But
fine.
all
at least we'll all be alive.
So remember the reason why all of this is happening is because they think Neela is hiding out. For some reason, they believe that Neela is hiding in the guild house.
Do we know this?
We do.
Yes.
Put it down. Oh, because you have to say it.
Fiska and Kalen, you both know it.
Yeah, so I tell them about it.
Okay.
Is Nila here?
Neela is not there. For some reason, it's a rumor that started somehow. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should like draw a red X in front of her. So you know like how
Condemned buildings.
Prince of Egypt during the plague, then they have to pass by us. Yeah. No, you're right. Nila is not here. You come SS on the front door. Let's do that.
Kuznetsov says, I mean, it's not difficult to do. I don't mind doing it. We can wash it off later.
Okay.
Albina looks slightly like this is a sacred place.
In the front, already at the back, at the small door.
Whoa, Marina.
Then while they come in, right, and just shoot one by one. So from far away, you just
Marina, they have 30 plus. Alright.
Yeah, so all you do is just sharpshoot all of them, right? So sharpshoot all of them, shoot their heads, and then they're all dead. Anyway, that's a very bad.
You can tell Georgia plays when Georgia plays first person shooter, she always picks a sniper rifle.
Sniper rifles are the best. You can sit far away, and you will never get hit. You will not get hit because unless somebody else snipe you lah. But right, you can hide right in the corner.
You
That's
can
how I
hide in the
go in
corner.
world tanks.
At the moment you
Okay.
snipe someone, they will know
So
where you
on our map in world tanks, you go hide in the bushes. And then you become an invisible. You play SPG. I don't know what's SPG. But yeah, basically you can see the map. Then you just pew 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 pew. You kill one people. That's a great idea. Do I have anything that I can?
I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see Jason's expression. What is his expression right here?
He's watching something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's your expression to my pew 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 idea?
He said you have a
Never
pew
mind.
pew idea.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
If they are looking for the lady, I don't think painting anything on the guild would prevent them from storming in. I don't think these people care exactly whether they get a lady or not.
I mean, they can read.
I know they can read by the issue
Oh,
of whether
then-
they
And then we can create a phantasmal force and just be like, bro, you guys are fucking idiots. Just like chase them around with the fish.
Marina, I don't think pissing off the people who's going to kill you is going to help when they're killing you.
Kuznetsov looks at Kodak and says, "Boy." Kuznetsov looks at Kodak and says, "Inquisitor makes sense. This is provocative at best." Young Marina.
Really the better plan. The best suggestion I've got so far is after being shot down by Kalen's silence, is that we should find the one who's behind it, Maxim, Apex. Does any of you know where he is?
And then at this Kuznetsov raises a cat brow and goes like a cat's brow and then goes like, the House Apis?
Yes, House Apis.
House Apis was once our greatest ally. Why would they attack us?
It seems that young heir of whoever it is, Maxim guy, seems there's something against the king. He wants this lady called they seem to think this heading out.
But why would they believe? I am confused. Never mind. This is not okay. This is not important. Important thing now. You think we can get Maxim? Bring him here and get him to call off thuggery? Thugs?
If you can find him, if we help, if you guys have a map,
Oh, we have a map.
wait, you guys have a map.
Albina
Spread.
yeah. Albina rolls up the map and yeah. She's
Okay,
shows.
I look at the map. I'm gonna look for house APs. Is it marked on it?
You can see that there's a relatively nice looking compartment apartment transformed into a mansion. Yeah, this one is the House APs. This is House APs.
Alright. It's gonna be like, alright, if they're house APs,
Albina looks at you and says, "How confident you think Lord Maxim will be there?"
relatively, depends on what kind of person he is. He's not mixed within the bunch. That's what I had. Maybe he's just chilling at his house, waiting for the news and expect.
Okay. Then Kuznetsov gets okay. Inquisitor, go and look for this Lord Maxim. Perhaps try to explain misunderstanding.
Yes, of course, I will explain his understanding.
And then she
Is this someone an explanation?
Young Marina, your idea to hide our vulnerable is good. We do not have basement though. We cannot hide them under basement. Perhaps third floor,
Fifth floor?
fifth floor. There is risk. There is risk that if they climb roof, they will come to fifth floor. At least third floor, it is in between. What say you?
Is the garden? Is there anything in the garden? Like a shed?
No sheds.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, just a garden. Yeah.
Can we hide everybody in different rooms? At least.
Fair.
Some people on the third floor, some people on the second. Maybe.
Okay,
I'm
hedging your
assuming
bets.
that they would come from the first floor, but anyway, then that means third and fourth. I'm assuming they will come from the either the main door or the back door.
Okay, yeah. Great.
There's no other way in, right?
You don't think so? Yeah. No, not you don't think so. There is no other way.
Okay.
Unless they swing in from the fifth floor and like crash into the windows lah.
Anybody have like I don't know, like those dome magic? I look at dome,
Dome magic.
like a shield.
Then he thinks for a moment and says, one of our venerated Storos. He is still strong. He can cast Leomund's tiny heart.
Hey,
But that will only cover a few people.
okay.
Who do you prioritize?
Yes, people saving is the stuff, right? You guys have this competition. Kodak gets out and go find Maxim APs.
Okay. Kaylen, what are you gonna do? And then we'll go to Afiska
I
afterwards.
think maybe Kodak might need help.
No, I don't. Bye.
Oh, he's just gonna go and do it by himself.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I have the map price.
Wow, that's so
Keen mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I memorize the entire map.
One day I'm gonna ban Keen Mind from my feed list. Okay. Anyway, Kaylen, anything you wanna do or suggest or contribute before we go to Afiska?
Not really. I'll just wait for them with the others. Maybe I'll stealth when I try and hide somewhere so I can jump out.
Hybrid.
And that's my favorite move, isn't it?
Hybrid. Okay. All right. So
I'm less good at hiding this time.
yes, last good. Okay. So Afiska, you find yourself at the familiar looking tower. The guards see you.
Or
They let you in.
like charisma. I'm actually gonna be out there to meet them and see if I can negotiate.
All right. Marina, any reaction to that? Because like Kodak is already.
I could not hear.
Oh,
Can you
sorry, louder,
can you
please.
tell me what-
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually just gonna wait for them to come. I have high charisma. Maybe I can try and like persuade them to leave. But the person they're not looking for
Ah,
is not here.
I know.
And I mean,
Wait,
isn't there maybe like maybe the Dragonborn Lady is gonna be with them, and then I can like talk to her and like
Make some dinner for them.
Is this the cloud bread? Like, is this the bakery idea you guys have been floating around?
Yeah.
you know what? Let's try it.
No, we make some bread, put it in the oven.
Set myself fire, that doesn't sound so bad.
I've never thought to hear a capitalist system being installed into my fantasy world. Amazing.
Yeah. So when they come, they'll be like, we
Give
put
out
this out.
samples, right? And then have like a full marketing campaign.
Buy cloud bread, get your sugar for free. This I'll start with this. You just did it and you did it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all for a very cheap price of
Oh man,
You eat top bread in the premises of the store.
we are getting slightly off track.
Use eggs to like talk to them. And give
Oh,
them
yeah.
like nice voices, you know, like in the head. Oh, that's nice.
Anyway, I think Mila is not here at the front.
Okay. And then Kaylin, you're already like getting ready at the front.
Please don't kill us.
Alright.
You are at the wrong place.
Alright. Nice. Okay. Afiska, you're at the tower where you see the familiar.
So I have positioned myself in such a way that I'm there, but I can quickly duck behind something if they turn hostile.
Got it. Okay. The Afiska, the guards let you in. The guards let you in, and then they whatchamacallit?
Hey George. Hi there.
Hey George, hi Jack. Yeah, they let you in, and then you kind of like quickly sidle in, and immediately you see your someone who you thought you would not see at this hour, but there she is, looking disapprovingly at you, and she's going like, "Student Afiska, what are you doing back in this tower?" And you see your old professor / lecturer from your college.
Yeah. Oh, wait, but
And honestly, you struggle to remember slightly, but her name is Amelia. Sorry,
and she's my what lecturer?
she's like your instructor for. She's one of your main instructors in your college.
And then
Yeah, your mentor. Yeah,
Amelia.
you will address me as instructor, student.
Instructor. Hello. Nice to see you after graduation. Would love
I
to catch up.
I struggle to say the same.
Okay, I'll explain it to you later.
As you're like walking, as you're like bye, she immediately grabs you by the collar and she says, "Where do you think you are going, student?"
Yeah, he's still even graduate.
Yeah, I think.
And kind of. You're supposed to do a final year project, but yeah.
I need to go and see the queen. So
And you think you can just walk into the queen just because of your special connection?
yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
A typical if it's gone.
Hi guys. Oh, guys, I'm not very well.
She's like, "You don't know me."
Come on. Oh no. Wait, charisma check.
Yeah.
14.
14. Any skills?
Intimidation.
Ooh, okay. So in what way? Elaborate how you're intimidating. When you said the yeah, how are you intimidating?
Yeah, with force of personality and just like, yeah, we are familiar with her do about it, not like you know her, you know?
Okay.
SP,
Okay, so go ahead and add. Yeah, go ahead and add. 14 plus 3.
317.
Okay. So the instructor sighs and just like lets you go, and she says, "My worst," like you can hear her mutter under her breath, "My worst student."
I truly apologize, alright? But places are gonna get attacked tonight and I really need to see her. So all due respect.
You just walk, yeah. You walk in, and like you see like outside, you walk to her chambers, which you think that she will most likely be, and already you can see quite a few people are streaming out of the chamber, out of the like the large antechamber where she usually receives guests and visitors, and allows grants audiences and you can actually see a stream of people leaving from below. Like you're walking on this like corridor, and it overhangs. What's the word like this, those like corridors where there's like a railing, and then you can actually see down into the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what it's called.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, you picture that and that corridor, and you look down, and you can see on the like leaving the chambers like a stream of people, delegations, politicians, lords, peasants, things like that. They're just all kind of leaving, and you notice that like many of them are still kneeling in front of the antechamber doors. Like there are actually chairs, chairs. What else? The what you call it? Pedestals, not pedestals, like you know those things where like the Catholic Church allows people to kneel on. Yeah, those things. So they're all like kneeling, praying, providing offerings, things like that. And like, you see like as people leave, servants will come in and collect offerings. They would like store away incense, sweep clean the area, things like that. And looking at this, right, this very spiritual, very kind of like divine area, you are only then like it only serves to remind you like just how divine the Empress is viewed and perceived. Yeah. But you're not walking you're as you enter, you're not walking through the large chamber where the public actually enters. You're actually going in through the where familiars of the Empress can access. And you enter, and you enter this door, and actually it curves, the corridor curves slightly more, and you see her just sitting there, kind of like regal, like all regal, like completely unlike herself. She's sitting there very regal, very prim and proper, uh dressed very simply. She's dressed very simply, very kind of formally, with a tiara, with a crown, with a crown, looking down, and she's like listening to what you think it might be the last audience of the day. You just caught her at the last audience.
Okay. Am I like kind of like just behind some wall or something?
It's yeah, the corridor is dark, so like you're quite discreet lah. Yeah, unless you make a scene. Yeah.
Do I know what they're saying? What is the audience about?
Okay, so you can hear that. So like you can hear the person asking for the audience, right? His voice is being amplified by thaumaturgy, like this kind of thaumaturgy like spell. Uh, there's a priest standing beside him, like uh holding his hand and allowing him to actually like project his voice up, and you can hear her hear the person say like, "Divine Empress, we thank you so much for your aid that you have afforded us in this sector. um because of your blessings, construction work has gone well, and we are able to house an extra 500 souls. Truly your magnificence and your benevolence knows no bound. We are forever grateful." The queen goes like, you know that like this, she hates this kind of like pomp and circumstance.
Yeah. Oh my. No. Yeah. So I'm just storing the 500 souls thing at the back of my mind, but I was going to mage hand and then go through the line and just like flip hats and upskirt and just go. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, so yeah, you go ahead and you do that, and like the Mei Chen goes, that's I mean like the delegation is not that big lah, so like there's only a few hats to you can like knock off, but like you, for the last person, you actually decide to pull the hood up, and you slip like that. And because you're not a rogue, so you cannot make your Mei Chen invisible, so people can see the Mei Chen do that. And like the queen raises an eyebrow, and she immediately, like her head just face like sharply looks towards the corridor. She raises an eyebrow, and she like blinks at you, and she like gives the slightest of shakes.
I drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it and I'll just wait for them.
Okay. The delegation's like apologizes profusely. I apologize, Your Majesty. Your Divine Majesty. I have no idea what was this. This was completely improper. And like the Queen goes like, and you can hear like Maria going like, no. It is fine. It is fine. Dear sir, dear Lord. I am heartened to see. I am heartened to see. My work has helped our people. Good stay must remain a good stay for all our souls. until we will slowly regain our kingdom. And then like yeah, they close out, and by the time like like the delegation leaves, as the delegation leaves, you can see Maria going like prim and proper, and like she's like starts to lean more and more, and then like her elbows on the armrest, and she's like this, doing like this.
I will run. When the door closes, I will run into the space. I will slide on the floor and I'll finish the pose. What's up?
And she looks at you. She looks at you like slightly bemused expressions, and she says that was completely inappropriate. Afiska.
I'm so sorry. But then my humor turns into like respect for 5 seconds, and I do kneel and bow,
Okay.
and then I say, I would love to speak to you as a friend, but I come to you as my queen. As tonight I have news that men of Maxim 80s are going to attack the Soros building. They are 30 strong and they are looking for a young girl named Nila. And we have but 10-ish, old and unactive Soros members left, and I am afraid that we need your backup.
Immediately, the Queen Maria looks very concerned, and she says, House Apis. House Apis was one of the biggest benefactors for the Storos. Why would young Maxim attack? She looks kind of like,
But I've also heard that he's been going by the name of Mafia, and that is foolish on his part.
she tilts, her head actually tilts, and for a moment you actually feel like a divine heat rise up slightly, but then it goes down, like it tamps down. And then she says, you should tell me more, but let's see. And she kind of like goes quiet for a moment. You know that this is her when she's telepathically linking with someone. And then a moment later she says, I've spoken with my cousins. They shall send guards. They shall mobilize guards to the guild house. But how quickly they can do it, I cannot guarantee.
Do you have some guards there? Because we only know that they will attack tonight, but not at what time. I have alerted Kuznetsov, and I'm sure that will be the best preparation they can. But
The best preparation.
I yeah, if you will be able to spare some guards from your palace, we would be most grateful. But thank you very much already for your generous aid.
And she goes like, and she kind of like, Afiska, dear Afiska, you do not need all these formalities with me.
Enough of it. I say, thanks, man. I'm just trying to do my job.
Yeah, you can see like that slight amused smile, and she sighs for a moment, and she says, like I have said, my cousin, the Lord Commander, will have mobilized some of his troops. They will do what they will rush to the guild house, but it takes time to mobilize, and it is quite a late notice. You understand? We are still reeling from the latest Vrag attack. They've only just stepped up a security detail all around the castle, all around the city. Yeah, you might need to go and protect them, Efiska.
Yes, I kind of look at her.
She smiles at you, and she says, "Unfortunately, I cannot. I am it. I am already in a lot of trouble for being seen as taking sides in this city. Imagine what uproar would be caused if they see me defending a particular guild house and not others.
work for the good, work for the good of the entire city.
The Storos is old. Many people have forgotten. Many people have already forgotten the good that the Storos have done. And you can immediately see like she's gotten a little bit frustrated. Goodstay would not be as big as it is today if it weren't for Kuznetsov's good work. However, things are different now. I used to see 80 caretakers going out and doing good, but now there are barely 20.
Maybe it's we just have a bad marketing campaign. We'll work on it.
She tells her and says marketing, but she shakes her head and she says, Afiska, what you say is true. I do think that you should be back there to help defend.
Yeah.
You have shared I have sent you to I have allowed you to go to Storos because of your interests. Perhaps this is fate. Perhaps this is destiny allowing you to show just how much you belong there.
I kind of have like a tiny face strain, and then I'm like, alright, we'll see about that. I kind of like sense that maybe she's a bit stressed, because like she's not cranky and stuff. So I kind of like
She's stressed when she's specifically not cranky.
she's not cranky.
Yeah, you know that she's stressed when she's not cranky because like it's her way of like controlling the situation.
Which is now lah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so I kind of do a bit of a minor illusion, something fun, like a childhood image, and then I go out. I kind of give her a hug. And I say, alright, okay, goodbye, and thank you so much.
Like you can see some of the priests, they're looking up and they're like scandalized that you're hugging the divine empress. And yeah, you can feel Maria just kind of like lightly tapping you on the back, and then she kind of like goes back to this prim and proper position. Yeah, and you know what? Just write down that you have this like I don't know what's the best word to describe this revelation. Yeah, revelation of the burden of divinity / monarchy.
Very long. Okay.
I don't know, like yeah, just write something like that. You might find it useful in the future. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will just quickly. I will leave, but I will make sure I show that I think that I can't spend more time.
All right.
Play a bit of tune.
As you leave, yeah. All right. Okay. So, around this time, evening has started to set in, and the whole guild house is on edge. You see people on the third floor. All right. Okay, Kodak, you are going. Yeah, you are running towards the house, and you're kind of like slinking about, and you're looking around, and you're like, okay, so yeah, you're slinking about, and you're going about, and you reach the house. It's lit. The house is lit. It's bright, and you can already see that it is gated. Which is very rare in this city because like there's not enough space to create like compounds and gates, things like that. Gardens are like an incredible luxury, honestly. But they managed to actually create like a gate by collapsing or like destroying parts the ground floor and creating an overhang. So like the entrance is actually further in, and it's bright and lit, and you can see people are like at the balcony talking. Yeah, you can see some people at the balcony talking. You can see people kind of like milling about, roaming about. This part of the town is this part of the city is not as cramped as the apartments of the other sectors. This one is very clearly a lord's compound or a lord's area. So there's a bit more space about, but still quite cramped. Yeah. You're looking, so you're kind of like staring and you're looking for Maxim. You're looking for Maxim, but you can't be too sure what he looks like. You didn't get a description or a face or whatever. Lords tend to be quite
I
secretive.
was still you should ask me. Ask me.
Ah,
No, I don't need. There's so many dots here. I just
Mm.
ask. I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk you through the gate. Are there any guards?
there are quite a few guards. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the guards where is Lord Maxim Amy.
The guards immediately like point their spears at you, and they're all like who are you and why are you here?
Maxim it's off.
Do you know what hour it is? Do you know what hour it is, man?
I don't think you understand the meaning.
I don't give a shit about your emergency. Who are you? Sort of.
You guys have a job, very admirable, but like I said, it's an emergency. I need to speak with Lord Maxim Amy.
Like the guards is kind of getting a little bit more like unhappy, and one of them actually reaches out to shove you. Do you react in any way?
If they shove me, I will firstly take a look around to see. They doesn't seem to be like interested in how to get into conversations. Is it?
No, yeah, they're not interested in talking to you. They're trying to block you from reaching Maxine, or even the house. It's just the house.
Alright, I'm gonna try to kind of like persuade them either. I have no reason of getting them out there.
What are you gonna do?
You know what? I'm gonna try the old classic that never fails. I'm gonna sigh and I'm gonna take out like 10 instance. I'm gonna pass it to the glass and say it's an emergency.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh. Does he have
Oh, that's a total of 18.
Oh.
18. Okay. Any skills? No skills, right?
I'm not applying any. I don't have anything that can work here.
Okay. So yeah, 18. You the guards look at you, look at the gold, 10 gold, and it's like, and then they look at each other and it's like, must be a damn real emergency. And like he takes they take the gold, but they're still wary because like you could be a hitman trying to get in.
Yes. Man, that is clearly.
Yeah. I don't know, weirder things have happened. Like you can hear the guards like thought process like that, but
I said, if it's necessary, you call him out here.
you don't call for a lord. The Lord calls for you. And he like turns around and he calls out to a servant and like, look, Lord Maxim has a guest. Yep. You get the sense that the servant is like, okay, and he starts to walks into the house. It's gonna take a while, and like you can feel the precious seconds start to tick, and you can see the sun start to set, and the night goes dark, and only then like the servant actually comes up and and she says, Lord Maxim isn't seeing any visitors.
Tell him Markia sent someone to meet him.
Ooh. The servant, the servant, before the servant can even say anything, right? An older servant comes up from behind her and actually says, "Let him in." And yeah, the guards immediately, shing, like spears lifted up, and you walk in. you enter the house, and like the older servant, the older servant shoos away the young girl servant, and like and he leads you upstairs. As he's leading you upstairs, you can see behind you two guards are converging, and that they're following behind you. Yeah, the old servant walks up, and as he's walking up, he kind of like says to you, and he says, for what reason? For what reason is this emergency, good sir? You do not seem to be in any of. You do not seem to be in the employ, or even of the acquaintance of our good lord.
I'm gonna chuckle and come and say that are you saying you can understand the motivation of market?
The old servant says, the old servant just kind of
It's like, I'm trying to sell market, ooh, so mysterious, but then I also don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, so like he leads you upstairs. Yeah, he leads you upstairs and to a study.
I'm gonna look at this person and then I want to first give one inside check. I want to because this guy is very in charge. And if he's not in there to ask such questions, then this is involved someone.
Okay, roll for an wisdom check. Yeah, with insight.
Yeah, my idea is that maybe he's the one who the streets because that young little princeling doesn't seem to be.
You can write down. Sorry, natural 20. Nice. Okay, so like it takes some like. Dude, like Kodak is like this, like our version of Sherlock Holmes, man. Like,
Oh dear.
like just staring, and then like you can see like words popping out. You know, like the Sherlock show, like words popping out, and yeah, and like numbers flying, and your mind palace like clicking everything into place, and you're like, oh man, this is Maxim is not even trying. Like he is an amateur. He's an amateur in this. The old servant is in on it, so obviously. Um, and the both of them are very likely like scared shitless by the fact that like somehow this random ass stranger is coming in with this news about Makia, but they're hoping that you're playing it off like they're gonna hoping that like you misunderstood and that you think that he is Makia. They're hoping for that. You enter but you enter the study. The old servant is there, and he closes the door with him still inside, and you can see Lord Maxim just kind of like sitting there. He looks up and he goes like, "Who is this?" And this old servant goes, "My lord, Makia sent for him." Lord Maxim, is this weird like he's kind of like in between young and middle age, and you get the sense that he's like one of those lords where like he's like his father is the actual lord of the house, but the father is quite long living. Sorry,
What is young and middle age?
between young and middle age. Between young and middle age.
He's 30s.
Maybe 30, maybe 40s, maybe even 40s. Yeah. Yeah, maybe even his 40s. Like basically like you know how lords are supposed to like take over the house, but like apparently this father is like this really old dude that didn't die, so he's still the lord of the house. So like you see Lord Maxwell just kind of says, just there, and he goes, ah yes, Makia, and he goes like, and who might you be? He addresses you directly.
All right, let's see whose name can I for great effects.
Boris, yeah, Boris, Neela. I can't believe it. I hate Keen Mind. I have to list out all these names for him. Boris, Neela, Maria.
I basically gonna put like a name there. I'm gonna put a person from the deceased list.
Okay.
Like basically like a random person who is basically like dead, so nobody can like run background checks. So I'm gonna just randomly put in just Kalen. Okay.
Timothy, okay. Timothy, huh? why are you here? And he like puts his elbows down and he like looks at you. Hmm.
I'm gonna say that I'm here because Makia made a request.
I am okay. I am Makia, and I don't remember requesting for you.
Then I'm gonna raise up my finger. I'm gonna be gonna wiggle like no no no. I'm gonna be like and I'm gonna say use his name. It's very unwise.
Are you threatening a lord?
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I don't dare to threaten. But Makia does.
Nice. Roll a charisma check with advantage.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Roll a charisma check with advantage.
Alright.
Yeah.
I don't have any charisma skills, so I'm gonna use my understanding of like how history of how the politics work.
Great. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. And that's like 15 total.
15 total. Okay, great. Yeah. So like he goes like very like he goes very pale for a moment, and he goes like you can see him visibly swallow, and you can even hear the like that sound. Yeah, but he tries to maintain some composure, and like for a moment you see that he's still wearing a cape in his own house in the middle of the evening, and you're like, the hell? Yeah, but like okay, so like he goes like, what do you want, and what does Makia want?
I say firstly, you only use this name for small things. So it's not that bad. But if you don't like it, if you sneak and hack to the house. I want to call that off. That's possible. Next. Obviously, yeah, for I'm gonna Nyla, right? That name.
Neela, yep.
Yeah, Nyla. So help you on that and that.
He goes quiet and he thinks for a moment, and he says, why would this Makia, if he does exist, even want to help me? Haven't I broken the law? And you can see the old servant like face palming at him asking this stupid question.
Yeah, and it's like you're under the impression that market cares about.
Lord Maxim goes like, I ordered the hit tonight. I can send out runners to stop, but I don't know how quickly it will reach. I can try.
Send a runner as soon as possible. Because unfortunately for you, it seems that the Queen's guard might be involved as well. So if you don't want to get in more trouble, I will hope you double up. Or else not even the Queen can help you.
He immediately, like you can already see the door open and the old servant has already left, leaving him only the Lord and the two guards. Yeah, facing you.
After that, and then I'm just gonna get up and gonna leave, and then I say that if you do make it out of this trouble, I will contact you again and give you more information about the building.
And he goes like, wait, how do I know? How do I know this isn't just kind of stupid ploy?
And then he said that, well, after if nothing happens the next morning, I'm pretty sure you'll hear news of the king's guard appearing near the cabin, the guild house. And this was basically I'm hoping that like if he's gonna succeed.
It's like, all right. All these things clicking into place. Can. All right.
Yeah, because that's the most logical idea.
All right,
Yeah.
and with that, like Lord Maxim allows you to leave, and like as you're leaving, you're like thinking, "Oh my God, he's a loser. He actually doesn't know how to do this." And like, but it occurs to you that like, wait, like he's young, he's fresh, he doesn't know much, and then like your thoughts just for a brief moment your thought travels to like what about the other houses and the more experienced lords.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the reason why it's even allowed is the other laws are probably like either looking at it for amusement or they don't really care. You know, it's like oh let these young people do random shit. You know, let's see how good they are at it.
And with that you pocket your one of your conclusions. Sorry?
Maybe people don't like this one. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean that is actually from like from what I've discussed earlier, that yeah, but my character don't know that. My character don't have such information. So yeah, for my inspection is just maybe this young or something because I'm not sure it's that thing. So right, I didn't know that it's such bad information.
But you can write a political intrigue. Yilang, you can write down that you have a political intrigue. Alright. Okay. Despite Fiska and Kodak's best efforts, nighttime arrives and the people are rushing towards the guild house, but nighttime has arrived. And already, Kalen, as you're standing outside, you can see like a few stragglers out. You can already see like a few people walking. Like it's like at first you thought of passerbys, but then they keep coming back. They keep circling back. And like as you look up, you also start to see like a few people climbing the roofs of the houses, and you start to kind of like, all right. Marina and Kalen, what the both of you do anything?
The roof?
Yes,
Yeah, the roof.
some of them are at the roof, yeah, climbing the roof.
But I bake bread.
Okay, so you come up with a few cloud bread. I'll say you got.
I printed the door big. It's so huge. It says, dinner is not here. Search another place. And then I bake bread, And they're going to break through my roof.
That's so prepared, my queen.
Is that what they're going to do?
Me and F is not pulling off this Ocean 11 shenanigans.
And then Marina's like a sign and bread.
Really? They're climbing the roof? Are they going to break through my roof?
So like okay, wait. So here's the thing. So some of the people on the ground, right? They actually see the sign, and like already you can see a few of them that like stopping. Yeah, they're stopping and they're like staring, and like a few people on the roofs, and like you can see that they're holding on to crossbows.
Crossbows.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Where is Curtis? I hope they can be in the hut.
Did you tell him to go into the hut?
I did not tell you to do that. I just said just whoever is with us is.
Oh, if you say that, then Kustasov is not going in.
Yeah, he was like, I'm strong.
I'm sure her there.
Go outside with tray of bread. While casting prestidigitation.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it will basically be like and see if there's a lot of fanfare going on. Like like smoke wafting from the bread. Yeah, and I was like, so nice of you guys to drop by. Why are you here?
Roll a charisma check. Roll a charisma check.
My dice dropped.
No worries.
It was a 9.
Okay.
Wait, can I add mine?
What would you like to do to help her?
I'm just like, surely we can resolve this peacefully.
9 plus 3.
Just tell us what you're after.
Okay. 9 plus 3, and then are you adding any skills?
Plus performance.
Okay, can. I think that was a good enough performance. So okay, you add all these things. Kalen, you also add Kalen's
I have persuasion.
yeah, persuasion, which would be
+6.
+6.
Since you're here and we already told you with my notice that Nina is not around, because we are also looking for her, why not try some cow bread? I have bread and I have sugar. So I pass down like little serving plates. I go to the
What was your role? What was your role?
Huh?
What was your role?
What I wrote?
Yeah, total. What was your total?
Is 15.
9.
Did you plus the 6 from me?
Did you pass the 6 from Caleb?
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's 21.
Yeah. Okay. 21. So like the whole display was unnerving enough that like you can actually see a few of the people withdraw.
Come on,
Like
try
you
this.
but like from 30 people, like you still see 20 people strong. Like you still see 20 people they're like approaching.
Hey, take my bread.
And then they're
Somebody
going
take-
like they one of them actually goes up and like grabs your bread and like eats it. And he looks at you and he like tilts his head slightly. And he goes like do you think I give a fuck about your bread? Bring us the girl.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty good bread. I spent a very long time learning this.
In your head, right, you can hear X going like, what? You worked hard on this bread. I'm gonna kill him. You should kill him. How dare he insult your bread? X.
Now
I'm just like, and also the girl is not here. Points at the door.
You're obviously lying. And like he actually reaches out and like he actually reaches out and grabs you by the scruff of your.
Can I like dodge?
Okay, so that will be a contest attack roll.
Sidestep gracefully.
Okay. We'll.
So
Yeah, Caitlin.
out of interest, is the Dragonborn Lady amongst them?
The Dragonborn Lady.
Oh.
Wait, 1 minute. So he rolled a 23 to hit. So unfortunately your AC, yeah, so he grabs you by the scruff of your neck as you dodge. But he manages to grab you.
Fine, I will miss this.
Well, there are more people there, no?
Okay, so you like as he grabs you, you immediately like you dissipate into mist, and he like grabs thin air, and then he drops it, and he kind of looks up. He kind of like looks around, and like he sees you like appear on the roof. As you appear on the roof, right, the people on the roofs with the crossbows, there's only like it started with quite a few, like 5, but now it's down to 3. And like they aim and try get ready to take pot shots at you. But while this is going on, Caleb, what do you say you want to do?
Is the Dragonborn Lady amongst them?
No, you don't see her.
Oh, nuts. I'm just like, wait! We can sort this out.
Okay, you use your thaumaturgy to kind of like, wait, we can sort this out. And then what?
The lady is not here.
And we just told you that you're fucking lying.
What, do you want to take a look? She's not here.
Tell us where you're hiding her, or we will burn this house to the ground.
It's cause I go home. What's the break my window? Then you want to burn my house? Like, bro. No.
Caleb, how do you respond?
Um,
Because like right now, this is him talking to Caitlin. Marina, you're preoccupied with the crossbow people on the roof. How do you respond as he says this? And he's looking very aggressive, and it looks like he's about to attack you.
will a search of the building satisfy you?
Like he already says,
Yeah.
like he already thinks that you guys are hiding her. So of course, obviously, like a normal search will.
Mm,
Like he says, like You know what? This is his response. He says, "Sure, a search would be nice after you're all beaten bloody."
How did you even come to this conclusion anyway? You heard some rumors?
Like by now he's like dangerously close to not wanting to talk. So you have to roll a charisma check to see if you can keep the conversation going. Just roll, man.
13. I have my persuasion.
How are you persuading when you say that? In
I'm
what
just
way?
like okay, so maybe I'll just add something along the lines of like oh, so how do you know? Like, are you just believing some rumors? Because I don't think that the Empress will be pleased that you stormed such an old guild house based on nothing more than word on the street.
Empress be damned! I don't care about this. I don't care about a fucking elf queen. I care about getting paid.
Oh, is it persuade?
Yeah, persuade. So what's
Okay.
your score?
19.
19? Yeah. So he goes like, "Empress be damned! I don't care about what your fucking elf queen says." And then like he throws the cloud bread on the floor, but it seems like he's willing to continue the conversation. At least he's not attacking you right now. You might be able to get in a few more words. What are you gonna say?
What should I say, guys? My character is charismatic, I'm not. I might say actually make a gamble and say that well, why don't you wait for the guard to show up? I'm just gonna take a gamble that you've succeeded, and you can talk it through with them.
And they go like you can see he falters slightly because like he was expecting just a few old people in a building and not the guard, and he hesitates for a moment, and he goes like he looks up and he says, and he kind of thinks for a moment. This is gonna go down to a roll. I'm not gonna roll. All four of you roll, and then you tell me what you get. A d20, please, and just tell me the numbers. Nope, you don't get to add anything. It's just a straight roll.
Oh my god.
8, okay.
14.
6, 14. 14, okay. He goes quite just a moment, and then like he grabs Kalen and he starts to drag Kalen. With you, like he starts to pull at you, and then he comes in to like knock you on the temple,
Oh, wow.
and he's going to shout like, "All right then, a trade for a trade. All right then, a trade for a trade. The girl for your friend here," and like he comes in to swing at you at the temple. What's your reaction? You can decide to fight back, or you decide to let it happen. That will determine whatever happens in the next session.
You know, I'm not going down here. I'm going to try and I don't know. Get away somehow. Can I like I don't
He's attacking you, so he'll be like it will be against your AC lah, unless you react with some kind of spell or your attack on your own or things like that.
Can I hold person?
You can try, yeah. You can cast hold person.
Okay,
So what's
how
your
do I
spell
do
save
it?
DC?
Spell save DC. Oh.
Ilan, I kinda need your
13,
help.
Really
Yes.
low.
What's the save for hold person? Wisdom or
Wisdom.
wisdom, right? Okay.
Oh dear.
18?
Well, yeah, he breaks out of it.
Wait. What's your spell save?
Only
Only 13? Okay. So he actually gets a 12 because he has a -3 to wisdom.
Ah!
Wow.
He's a thug. He's not a particularly smart dude. He's a thug. He's not a particularly smart dude. Yeah. I don't know, man. Okay. So
what
like,
spell slot is this?
sorry, second level, I think. Yeah, second level.
So 1 second level.
Yeah, 1 second level. So like he comes in for the hit, and you immediately you go like, "You shall not," and like immediately like he freezes in place. he freezes in place, and with that, right, as you cast the spell, immediately the entire thing breaks into chaos as the three across the three archers on top, they immediately let loose fire. You see a few people jumping from the roofs. Yes, Marina?
chill the
Okay, so interesting enough, chill touch doesn't mean what you think it means.
I know what it means. I'm and then you get it's a ritual
It's a necromancy, it's a necrotic damage. Sorry, you. So how are you prestidigitating? Yeah, yourself.
yeah, I presentation. Uh, on the roof so that it spreads like everything it starts becoming so cold that it's difficult to hold on.
So you basically ice the roof lah. This sounds like a higher level spell actually instead of prestidigitation.
You see,
Yeah.
I really like have
this
some
one is full of what is how is what
It's like the one from this
Aiyo, like that's so slow. I expected them to fall down by themselves.
You get one spell in before the start of the combat.
Does it work?
What? You can shock one person.
No. Then like that I want magic missile. Got 3 people, right?
Yeah. Okay. Magic missile. Instant.
Not really kill them, just aiming to hit them such that they fall. And then if they die, it's the problem. Really?
I've never felt so loyal in my entire life. Okay. Okay, no. It's good. Okay, magic missile automatically hits because they're not behind cover and they don't have shield. So just roll for damage. Not enough
Huh?
dice. The problem of
No,
all
just
these
suggest-
is
Well, it's all the same. All two.
oh dice.
Two.
Okay, you know what? So 2, 2, 2, ding, ding, ding. Yeah, so you cast magic missile, 3 missiles explode out and they all.
Sorry. What? So that's 3.
Oh, okay. So slams against the three of them, and they immediately shout in surprise. They let loose the arrow, to try to hit at you, and that would be first attack is a 9. Second attack is a 16. That hits Marina. Okay. Does it hit you? 16.
sorcerer and it is expired.
Yes, it does. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bear. And then the last attack is a 19, which I think it hits as well.
Well, that would be sick.
Alright, crossbow, I think it's a d6 if I'm not wrong. I can't remember my stat blocks right now, but okay, 2 attacks hit. So that's a 1 plus 3 and then 3 plus 3. So you take 4 points of piercing damage and then 6 points of piercing damage.
Crossbow
Yeah, I rolled a d6. It's fine. Yeah.
Skill.
Yep.
Then
So you yeah, so like immediately as you cast magic missile, the bolts come in and like they don't hurt you. They barely hit where you are, but like you can already feel, you can hear the sizzle as like the poison actually embeds itself into the wall. They are really not
Okay.
playing around with that poison.
Yep, they have poison arrows.
did they Did they lose their grip or anything? Did
Mm,
anybody lose their grip?
okay, you know what? I'm gonna say the magic missile might actually affect their concentration. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay. Okay, the first one rolled a 13. Second one rolled a 17. Last one rolled a 12. So unfortunately, they all managed to keep their concentration so they don't slip off the roof. Yeah. But good attempt. So like yeah, so like they all fall and then like they immediately like start to try to arm their crossbows again. And it is at this point we will stop for tonight. So the next time we start, we are going to go immediately into combat. Yeah.
Well, only half the month. Me and Fiska, we are out of
We
this
did our
entire
best.
combat. We did our best.
Hey ho, here we go. It's a little too high or a little too low. All right, that was fun. Okay. Set a time with you guys. Are you? Yep. Yes, Georgia. Why am I a teacher? Sorry. Yes.
How are they loading their crossbows if they are climbing?
They use their feet. They can climb. They can hang on. They can hang on with hooks, and then they can pull with that. And also, it could be those. It's a hand crossbow, so like, it's not like those like huge ones that they need to.
Are they carrying on like ropes or something?
Sorry.
The most difficult route are actually quite hard.
Yeah, because there's like roof tiles that they can cling on to, things like that.
Not like Assassin's Creed where they still
Or are they like tied around a rope?
Oh, they're not tied around.
Likely not. Yeah, likely not. Because it's night. Okay, you know what? Very quickly, roll a wisdom check. Roll a wisdom check to see if you can see if you can see what they're doing. It still baffles me that perception is wisdom.
Yeah, then
Do you have perception? You can add that if you wish.
you need help, I'm across the
You're not there.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. 7.
7.
Okay, yeah, it's difficult to see. It's difficult to see in the dim light of night. So you can't be very sure if they're like hooked on, or they're just hanging on, or if they're actually standing on the roof. You only know that there are figures and they are shooting at you and you don't like it. Oh, my heart breaks.
People on roof who are
Rude. ROOD. Rude.
in my book.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I have a question about Ibiza. So basically there's no queens.
It's fine.
They're on the way lah. They're on the way, but like you guys have to stall. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You either have to stall or you have to deal with the problem.
Oh.
so
Wait.
it's either the Prince Guard comes along, arrests these fellas, or the runner comes along and calls these fellas off. So
I don't think she because that conversation made me think that there was okay.
yeah, the Queen called her cousin to basically get the people to save them, right?
Yep. The Lord Commander has mobilized a small force to go and handle.
Yeah, so as long as you guys shut the doors and hold them down for enough time.
Hold the door.
The whole door.
Oh Lord!
Your culprit.
Wait, can I like,
Very
since I have like held the person, can I like take him as like a hostage and back into the doorway so the archers can't get him?
Potentially.
Yeah, so like he can be my shield for the front, potential hostage, and the archers can't get me.
Potentially, yeah.
If nothing burns down, you can feed the troops after.
Yeah.
What?
If all goes well, you can feed the troops after that.
I actually thought of another plan, but then I was ordered to tell, but I was thinking of letting Marina say that he's tied up.
Oh, sacrifice!
Yeah, no, because sacrifice is like
The bear. I saw the bear's movement. I was like, what?
just drag her to meet the, you know.
Yeah, just kill one person.
No, she won't die. She won't die. She just has to pay a thousand.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she won't die.
1,000 to vote.
Wow, you guys are amazing.
You guys have to be a slave for like 10 years.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm already
yeah, you're
before
now you are safe for
your
the
house, the house, the other house. People,
police.
can you give me a list of the house?
Oh right. Okay. I'll send it to you now. Okay. Wait, after I send.
Can you give me a list of like?
You know what? I will send it to everyone. I'll send the list to everyone.
Yay!
Yeah.
Just help me remember those lists. I will ask you.
That's so funny.
Keep my best feet in the game. Best
You
feet.
say that in our game too.
Jason, agree with me, right? Keymine is gonna be banned from the feed list next time.
It's so good to play a neutral character.
Oh, so good.
Character.
Hey, okay, wait, guys. I need to plan with you guys. So when are we going? When will you be okay to do another session? I'm okay to do it next week. Like if we can keep the sessions to these like 2-hour sessions, right? I'm okay to do it every week.
On what?
Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday should be fine. I think Saturday I have a game. I have like my game, so maybe Sunday.
Sunday, I'm doing a workshop.